Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this cute little card that uses the My Valentine bundle of products from our mini catalog. This card highlights the beautiful designer series paper in this suite and is quick and easy to do. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, I'm going to start with the stamping for this, and I like to look at the back of my punch to see the orientation that I need to stamp in so that I get it nicely set up for the punching. I'm going to start with the wings, and this needs to be at a little bit of a tilt. I'm going to start with 2 of those on the petal pink, and then I'm going to do the bumblebee. I want to make sure that I've got this inked up really well, since this is a bold image, and I'm going to hold it for the count of 3 so that ink has a time to seep in. And then I'm going to do the little antennae, and I look at this heart and I know I need to do it at a little angle. So I'm going to stamp that right here on a scrap piece in the corner, and I'm ready to punch out. And let's see, I need to take this off so it'll fit in the punch. Line it up and punch. I've got my antennae there, and I'm going to do my little bee body. I like to punch the bee body before I add his little face. It simply allows me to line things up a little better, and it allows me to get the face exactly where I want it to be orientation-wise. I'm going to do the wings next, the first one, and then the second. And I have finished with my punch and I can set it aside. And next I'm going to bring in my little face image here. I want a little wink on my little guy, and so I'm going to put it on the top here because I'm going to have him flying to the side a little bit. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment panel, ink this up with the tuxedo black, and I'm going to stamp this, let's see, I'm going to put this just below the halfway point. There we go. It's a tight fit, but you can get it in there with no problem. I have my stamping done, and of course if I wanted to do an inside panel at this point I could, but I'm going to set this aside and we'll assemble the card. Okay, I've got my pieces here and I'm ready to start assembling. I'm going to bring in my basic black layer first. And I want to make sure these are in the orientation I've cut them, only because that makes me happy. You can do these randomly if you'd like, but I like them like so. So the first one I'm going to place here at the top, and the bottom one here at the bottom. And then I'm going to bring in my sentiment panel, which goes all the way across. And finally this other panel. Now the reason why I'm doing this first, laying them out, is I want to make sure I've got even margins, and in order to do that I find that what I call dry fitting, which is a woodworking term my son uses all the time, is just dry fitting simply means you're making sure that it's working the way you want and everything fits just so. I've got that in place, and so I'm going to start with this top panel, and what that does is allow me to adhere it down where I want it to, and then I can adjust the other panels as I go. So I'm going to place that down, spacing it evenly, and then I'm going to do the bottom panel. This designer series paper is just adorable, and I love the fact that it's got these full color prints with all kinds of details on the one side, and then a more basic print on the back side so that you can choose which one you like. And they work so well together. I think that's one of Stamping Up strong points, is its beautiful designer series paper. So I've got that there, and then I'm going to add the fourth panel. And the multi-purpose liquid adhesive does allow me to wiggle things around a little bit if I see the need to. I'm going to straighten that, make sure that that's touching both sides, and it's straight. And of course your grid paper is perfect for that kind of thing. There we go. I've got that where I want it, and I'm happy, so I am ready to attach it to my sweet sorbet panel. I'm simply going to adhere that down like so, bringing out that beautiful lid over the top of the honey jar. Bring in my card base of Daffodil Delight and adhere that right down in the center. And I'm doing this first so that my little honeybee can hover as desired. Since this has a little larger border than you normally have. There we go. I wanted that pop of color. To make my little bee, I'm going to decide I'm going to set him right in here. And I'm going to angle him so that I know how I want his wings. Oops. So I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to each one of his wings and also his antennae. And then I'm going to adhere down the first wing, and I'm going to put it at a jaunty little angle here, and the second wing. Now let's see, I want it a little farther in, and then I'm going to take his antennae and pop those behind his head. Once that is in place, I can flip this over and add my Stampin' Dimensionals. Now I'm also going to use these to hold the little antennae down and the wings, setting them like so, so it catches everything. Remove the backings. Flip him over, and let's see, I'm going to tilt him like so. I want to make sure I don't go off that edge, so I'm going to slide him in a little bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to bring in these fun embellishments. These embellishments are part of the suite of products and coordinate with this so nicely. So I'm going to bring in a couple of the shiny small flowers here. I'm going to do one in red. Let's see, I'm going to place that, I think down here. I'm also going to take one of the large hearts and place it over here. And let's see, I think I'm going to take another one of the small flowers and put it up here next to the jelly jars. And of course you could add more if desired, but I think that gives the card a little bit of shine, and these little embellishments are so cute. I hope you've enjoyed this project using the Be My Valentine stamp set and the coordinating punch. These products can be found in a sweet collection in our January mini catalog. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.